everyone, this is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited because today is officially date night, or I guess tonight is officially date night. I just kind of have to say that for the last couple weeks I haven't been doing a date night video because Saturday will come around and I'm all excited, like Friday night and then Saturday morning, and then Saturday afternoon kind of rolls around and I'm just, I don't want to do my makeup. So, and I don't know why, because the last video I posted, I think I said that I've been craving, like, I've been watching the show called, what's the show called? It's Love Island, and I'm watching these girls sit around this, like, huge vanity doing their makeup, and it's making me want to do my makeup. So I'm really, really excited. I'm so excited. Let's just get started. We're going to do a full glam, high coverage look today. I am excited. I'll tell you the palette in the end because it's a palette that I've used a couple of times on my channel, but I don't want the palette that I'm using to be like the thing of this video because it's date night. We're here to have fun. I've got a little cocktail in front of me. It's like this. I'll tell you what it is. It's this strawberry samba girls night out stuff, and it is, okay, it's a wine beverage. Naturally flavored, but it's strawberry and watermelon, and it's quite good. I've never had it before, and I'm not a huge wine drinker. Like, wine gives me super bad heartburn, and I just can't drink it. So I actually usually never drink. I usually drink coffee, honestly. So the fact that I'm having like a little tiny beverage, like, ooh, I feel exciting. Like having the bottle next to my makeup is like one of those picture perfect moments. It just looks kind of cool. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I've had like one too many drinks. I don't know. Let's just do our makeup. So I'm going to start. I'm actually going to prime twice because I've moisturized. My face has had lots of time to kind of soak up the moisturizer. It's my Nighttime Origins. So yeah, I use my Nighttime Origins cream during the day. It's the resurfacing one, so you're supposed to probably wash your face off after you've waken up in the morning, and then it's supposed to resurface your skin. But I slap that stuff on all the time because my skin is always so dry. I go on and on about it if you've been here for any time at all. And I'm going to slap on some more moisturizing stuff. This is the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Base Tape Primer, Hydrating Primer. So I'm just going to apply it with my fingers. I'm doing 3 pumps of this stuff. Smells like coconut. Now I wish I had a coconut drink in front of me, but the problem with anything coconut is you usually put like pineapple juice or orange juice in it, and that even adds to my heartburn. But this stuff is nice. So when I said I'm doing full coverage, I'm priming extra. So basically I've got primer all over my face. So this allows the foundation to really stick to your face. So this primer, and not just this primer, any primer, it may be a moisturizing primer, but not only does it give a barrier between your skin and your foundation and other makeup, but it also gets the foundation to stick onto your face better, and your foundation and makeup will last longer, which is generally the case when you use a primer. So the next primer I'll use is one that fills in my pores and makes my foundation look seamless. So I'm using my favorite. I need to get myself some of this because I love this stuff. This is the Becca Skin Love Brighten and Blur Primer. This smells better than anything I have. I don't need to use a whole lot because I've already used my base tape, but I'm going to put this all over my nose. Because again, problem areas on my forehead. And I'm kind of also, I'm not really, I guess I'm rubbing, but I'm also pressing the product into my pores. It smells so good. Okay. And then I noticed I've got this like little spot right here. I don't know what it's from. I don't know if it's like I had a little breakout and then I like was playing with it and messing around with it, and then it started to bleed, but it's like this little dark red spot. I don't know what's bugging me. Okay, we're all primed and ready to go. Now I haven't used my Sigma face brushes in a long time. So I have basically a choice between the flat kabuki brush, which is the F80, and then the F82, the round one. So I think I'm going to use the flat one because it seems to offer more surface area and then just kind of cover faster. And then the other thing I like to do, so I'll apply the foundation to the back of my hand and then just take some from my hand with the brush and then start kind of on my chin and my jawline is where I like to start. But I also, if the makeup seems to be getting too dry, I will spray the brush with a setting spray. So let's just go into it. I'm using my full coverage Tarte face tape. This is the shade 35G medium golden. It's probably quite light. We're just gonna have to see. We'll start with 2 pumps because I don't want to waste my product. So I'm going to take some like that and start swirling it. And I did say swirl because with the brush you will blend and swirl. This is going to give us our maximum coverage. I mean, I think I've been using my Real Techniques face sponge for a really long time. I don't think I've used a brush in months. So again, blending is everything. You don't want to just put it on your face and then leave it. I'm going to blend this down my neck, cover my jawline, make sure there's no streaks or messiness here, and blending it down the neck. See, and you can tell it seems lighter than the rest of my face, but once we go in with contour, I don't know if I'll be doing a bronze. Basically, when I do my date night looks, I totally play it by ear because I know that I want a look where my eyes kind of stand out, and then usually I do a nude lip. I was kind of playing with the idea of doing like a bright red lip and then just black liner, but I think I did that not that long ago, and the dress I'm wearing, I am wearing a dress. I usually don't wear dresses, but oh, we're going to see how this works on my forehead here. I'm wearing a dress and it's all black, but it has some like peach colors in it. And I think it would look really cool with the eyes being dark. Well, I basically look like I'm wearing a mask right now. So this is what kind of full coverage means and what it constitutes. I probably could use a much darker color. And my hair is up right now. So you guys know that I always wear my hair up when I'm doing my makeup, but my hair was up because my trick is I don't like using any tools in my hair. So I'll never use a curling iron. I do use hot rollers on special occasions only, that's it. But I won't use a curling iron if I can help it. I try to stay away from my flat iron, but I do use my flat iron more often than I do my curling iron. And I do use my blow dryer sometimes, but not all the time. I've been in the habit of letting my hair air dry now. And then I usually just pop it into a bun. Or I have this like little mini clasp that kind of looks like a bird beak, but it's decorative, not just the ones hairdressers use. And I twirl my hair up because it twirls like 4 times around my head because it's quite long. And I twirl it up and then I pin it down and then I take it out after it's had time to dry, and it basically looks like really not super curly, but kind of ringlety, but like not too ringlety, if that makes sense. And I feel like I look like I have a mask because this color is a little bit lighter than the rest of my body. This is full coverage. I told you I was going full coverage today, so we got it. Okay, so now we're going to conceal. I need some concealer under my eyes. And because I'm sticking with my Tarte base tape or face tape or all of those lovely products, we're going to stick with the whole line because usually you get the best performance when you do that. So I am using my Tarte Shape Tape Contouring Concealer, and this is the shade 27S Light Medium Sand. So I'm going to see how light this is compared to my foundation. Oh yeah, quite light. I'm going to put it on my eyes, so I will bring this up onto my lid to prime for shadow. But I'm going to put some on my nose here, a little bit right here, my chin and my upper lip here. And then we will blend this out with my Real Techniques Beauty sponge, and we will be right back, and I will show you how I set today. Alright, so we are all blended out. It looks amazing. Did I just say it's amazing? I meant it looks amazing. I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape powder because, again, sticking with the line, I'm just going to go straight in with the under eye and set it down before it has time to crease on me here. Same with the lid, and same with the forehead, because those are the first places that love to crease on my face. I kind of look up as I'm applying this underneath my eye. I am using my powder sweep brush by Sigma. This is the F06 if you were curious. And now I'm going straight in with my F20 large powder brush to set the rest of my face. This combination of products just makes your face look so flawless. I don't even have words, you guys. Like, flawless. So I am just going to powder underneath right here because I didn't put makeup there. I just wish it was a little bit darker now because my rest of my body is darker. So I think what it will do is I will go in with some bronzer before we contour. Actually, that sounds like a fantastic idea. I'm actually going to use a different brush than I normally use too. So I'm going to bronze first. I'll use my F30 brush to do that. I'm going to use my Tarte Park Princess palette, this A Lovely Beauty here. I'm going to swirl the brush in all 4 shades. So now I have options. So I usually do this for bronzing. And I'm going to blend really, really well because I've got some patchy bronzer areas here. And then after this step, we can go ahead and contour. I'm not going to do it any more than that because I'm going to spray a makeup setting spray on it after I've done my contour and my blush and my highlight. And then we're just going to let it sit for a minute while I do my eyebrows. So it's going to just blend all of the powders, all of the makeup on my face together and make it look seamless and make it look gorgeous. So let's go into contour. I'm using my Tarte Tartiest Pro Glow palette. It looks like these, and it is lovely. It is one of my favorite palettes. If you have not heard me say that yet, it is. I'm going to take the Sculpt shade. So I'm not doing a cream contour today. I'm just going straight in with the Sculpt. I'm going to start with my cheeks, and we can quickly fast forward this whole process. Okay, so we're done contouring. I'm going to go in with my blush. And, oh, I forgot to mention which contour brush I used. This is my Dual Fiber Powder Blush Brush, the F15. I like sometimes to use a smaller dual fiber brush so it doesn't pick up as much product, so that you don't have to lay it down as heavy and you can just blend and add a little bit more. I'm going to blush with my Benefit Blush Bar, and I think we're going to pick the shade Rockateur, this one here. It is the perfect mauve shade, so I'm just going to go in with this Rockateur blush with my F10 powder blush brush. I'm just going to pop it in that color, give a little smile, and just add it to the apples of my cheeks and blend it upward into my contour. And even though this is more of a mauve color, it still blends really well with the bronze on my face. And this particular blush has a little bit of a shimmer, or I guess I should say more of a sheen really than a shimmer. I will be adding a little bit to my chin, just to balance my face, a little bit to the nose, because it's already bronzed. So I kind of did a combination between a contour and a bronze, and I think it's still going to look really good. So next, before we douse our face with setting spray, I'm going to add some highlight. I'm going back in with my Tarte Tartiest Pro Glow palette. I'm going into the shade Strobe, which is this brightest color here that almost looks like a sunbeam if you look at it. I'm going to take my F64 Soft Blend Concealer. I love this brush for highlight. Before I used to use this. This was the tapered highlighter F35, so this is meant for that job, but it's also quite a bit bigger. And this one, it's a little bit more concentrated. I find that I can get the product in the spot that I want it, but for an all-over highlight, you could use a bigger brush. So let's go into Strobe, and I'm just going to strobe the highlight of my, or the high points of my face, should I say. And then you can kind of blend it in. And that setting spray is just going to make this gleam. It's going to be gorgeous. So put a little bit on the nose. A little bit on the Cupid's bow here. I haven't done this forever, you guys. I've been doing not full glam looks in a long time. So just a little bit here. So what I noticed with this highlight is that it does have individual sparkles as well as the shimmer. And I'm actually kind of living for that right now. I really, really like it. So I will keep that color out because I will do inner corner highlight with that, because the palette I'm using today is all mattes. Yes, all mattes. But it's going to give me that dark eye look that I'm looking for. So let's spray our face. I'm going to use my Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray. And then we will go off camera to do brows. I will be using all Anastasia Beverly Hills products today. My Dip Brow Pomade in Ash Brown, my clear brow gel, and my brow Whiz in medium brown as well. So we will let this dry and we'll be right back with the finished brow look. Brows are done. As you can see, it looks like I've made a mess of my eyeliner. I did my inner water rims with this Beauty For Real Eyeline 24/7 eyeliner in the shade Whiskey. And I'm almost out of this, so I think I have to order some on Amazon. I got this in an MC Glam bag, and I love this stuff. Like, I've got it also in brown, but this Whiskey shade is my favorite. It's almost like a dark bronze, but like dark burgundy whiskey. It's just gorgeous. So we're gonna go in with eyes now. I'm using my Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette, and the reason is because my dress does have some peach in it. So as you can see, all the shades are matte, and I want to do a strictly like not really a bronze, like a dark brown eye, but I want to do peach, kind of like my last peachy look that I did, but I didn't do it for date night. Today is going to be date night. So I'm going to start by taking an E40 tapered blending brush. Whoa, stabbed myself in the eye. So this is what it looks like, and we're going to go in with let's see, I think I want to start with this shade here, Just Peachy, and then we'll go in with Peach Tea, because I want it to be more of a brownie peach look as opposed to like a bright cranberry peach look. So Just Peachy is going right in that crease right there. So we will be putting the peach shade onto the lid and darkening up the crease as well as the outer corner. But I do want a nice transition shade to start this look. And then I think what we'll do is take a clean brush and then blend up a little bit higher with the shade Peaches and Cream, and then also this lighter shade, just in case to clean up any areas that we want to maintain that neutral, which specifically under the brow, you want to kind of keep that neutral. So I'm just going to blend this really, really, really well. I'm just adding a little bit more color as I go. This is actually one of my favorite looks to go to, and I'm just kind of happy I can do this look because it does go so well with my dress. So here I'm using a clean E35 tapered blending. It's the same brush. I think it's just natural fibers instead of like synthetic. So now I'm going to go in, I'm going to mix Peaches and Cream and the shade Peach Butter, and mix them and then blend out this shade up here. I just got it on my eyebrow, whatever. It's all good. It's all good, sisters. And that part really doesn't need to be like extravagant. It's just to blend out that shade. And now I'm going to kind of do it backwards. So I'm going to go on the lid with fresh picked and peach cobbler. So we're going to kind of do a little of each of these shades, if you will. I'm going to take my E25 here. I'm we're going to start with Fresh Picked. Tap off the brush, and I'm just going to mostly put it on the middle of the lid here. I know when I do my eyes darker, it just kind of pops. It's such a pretty color. Okay, so I'm going to use the same brush. So that was all over my lid. I'm going to go into Peach Cobbler now on the other side of this brush and put it more towards the outside, and then we're going to build up the crease with more browns now. And with the crease brush, I think what we're going to do is use a little bit of a smaller brush. I'm going to start with the C45, my small tapered blending. I'm going to go right in with the darkest brown in this palette and then gently blend it out with lighter browns. So we're going in with Chocolate Dipped, which is this darkest shade right here in the corner. And actually we might mix it out with Peach Tarte. Is it Peach Tarte? Yeah, Peach Tarte. So keeping very close to that crease and then kind of bringing it down a little bit on the outer corner here. So as you can see, it's very, very dark, but we will be blending it out quite a bit. Okay, so now we want to lighten this up just a little bit. And I think what we'll do, so I'm just continuously wiping away any fallout here. And I'm going to go in with a pencil brush first and foremost and just actually go in with Fresh Picked here and just go all along this lash line and blend out that liner as I go. And then I'm going to go back in with this brush here and I'm going to go into Fresh Picked and just apply it to my lid again and blend up into that dark brown. And I'm just gently running this brush over top the dark brown in the crease just to kind of give it a little bit more softness because it is quite a dark shade. And I'm taking the same brush and just blowing out the lower lash line a little bit more. And then I'm going to take the very lightest brush I used and go in with Peach Butter and just kind of clean up here and just make it look like it's a seamless blend all around my eye. And I think that really does it for the eye. So next we will add the inner corner highlight. So we're going to go back in. I'm going to take another small brush. So I think this time we will use another pencil brush here. I'm going to dip it into Strobe and just pop it right on the inner corner here just to give the eye a little bit of light because it is such a dark look. Even with that peach on the lid, it just opens up the eye a little bit here. And we're going to pop a little bit underneath that brow. And we're going to go in with some liquid liner on the upper lid. The Too Faced Better Than Sex is my current favorite, but you can really use anything that you like. Perfect. So that is looking great. So I feel like I need a little bit more peach under the eye. I don't know what I'm missing here, but I feel like it's not peachy enough. So I'm actually going to go back into, I'm going to put a little bit of this peach punch and maybe mix it with Fresh Picked here. I'll use the E25 that I was using. And I might also mix it with just Peachy, all three of those colors, and just pop it on the lid and just kind of work it up into that crease. Then we might just have to put a little bit more highlight on. There we go. Okay, so everything's going to pop once we get the eyes completely done. So now for mascara, I think I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Voluminous Feline. It is my favorite. We're going to pop on some lashes. These are the Ardell Professional Wispies. This is the style 113 in black, and as you can see, they're very long, they're very wispy. We'll put those on, and we'll come back and do lips, and we will have the completed look. Okay, you guys, so I don't know how this happened, but those lashes went on like a dream. I had no issues, and I am so impressed right now. So last thing is we're going to finish the lips, and I am going to use all Morphe products for this process, this step. I'm using my Morphe colored pencil in Love Bite, so let's go ahead and do that first. I probably could sharpen this right now, so let's just do that. There we go, nice clean pencil. Now I'm going to make my lips a little bit bigger looking, and I could probably use like my Milani 09 Spice Relief Step just to give it a little bit of like darkness, but I think we'll just leave it like this for now and see what the end result looks like. Okay, so I made my Cupid's bow really prominent, but mine just is. So I could just kind of go over it a little bit to make it a little less prominent there on the inner part. But the points up here are kind of prominent, so I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to go over this, all of this, all of this with my cream Morphe lipstick. This is the shade Flirt. I generally like to tap it into the lip liner when it's a nude. And then what we'll do on top of that is add the gloss. And this is a boho. So it is the pack. I think I showed it in my Morphe haul. I'll link that for you guys. And it was a pack. It was like the lip trio or something like that. So all of these shades were meant to go together. Okay, that is it, you guys. I know I have lashes on already, but I'm just going to give my face another spray with my Morphe setting spray. Whew, refreshing. And that is the completed look. So it's going to be high glam. I mean, those lashes add a lot of pizzazz to this look. And I love the shade. Like, it's just so pretty. At first when I bought that palette, I was questioning myself, like, oh, why? But you know what? I'm so glad I did, because that palette is a freaking bomb. So anyway, this is the completed look, you guys. I will try to get a photo of us in my dress after, because right now I'm just wearing this like tropical tank top and like necklaces that are all tangled together. But it's all about this, right? Exactly. So let me know what you guys think. Please leave a comment down below and click that bell button to be notified every time I post a video. Subscribe, please, please, if you have not already, and we will see you very soon. Take care, you guys.